Hey guys, Sly here, and before we get into this video, I just want to let you guys know that this is actually a re-upload of a part of a series that I do on my Twitch channel called the Sly Army Tier Lists, where we pretty much rank a bunch of just random topics that I'm personally interested in. And so, because of that, these opinions are not set in stone for how I feel about in the current day. And so if you guys want a more updated version of that, feel free to either check out the DeviantArt link down below or tune in on my Twitch that will also be in the description, or check out my Discord where I occasionally post some more updated versions of how I feel about certain topics. And so do keep that in mind. And also make sure to check out the description of the video itself for the timestamps for the particular topic that is presented here. But in any event, I hope you guys do at least enjoy. I recommend you guys listen to this as either like a podcast form or as just something to play in the background. But in any event, hope you guys at least enjoy.
It's that time of the month again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Sly Army Tier Lists. So, and as you can see with the title, tonight we're actually going to be doing another sort of exploring other tier lists that aren't made by me. So, yeah. So I did this originally back in April of last year, where I actually took 2 streams dedicated to just doing a bunch of tier lists that a bunch of people did. Because as you guys know, in the Sly Army tier lists, I typically make my own, just because I feel like I try to be as consistent as I can when it comes to whatever games, like either games or, bands or TV shows or what have you. I feel like I'm very consistent on that, whereas with lists like these, there's a lot of room for mistakes, like people either forgetting something or people like just throwing in multiples of like whatever picture, and also sometimes the pictures may not even be that good to begin with, and it's so dumb. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't want to shit talk anyone specifically, but like, holy shit, I'm just gonna be honest, there's been some terrible tier lists that have been generated by people, and it's kind of annoying. That being said, I'm still here to try to be optimistic. I don't want to feel like I'm shitting on every single person who's ever made a tier list that isn't me, because I like to give the benefit of the doubt and just sort of, expand on what other people have made, because I'm not the only person who has made these types of lists, to be real. And I mean, yeah, the trend, you can definitely say that like the tier list trend has definitely died off as a whole, but I still like doing these lists because I feel like this is as thorough as you can get when it comes to whatever opinion you want to talk about. And basically, it essentially replaced the top 10 of like the 2010s. And so I feel like that tier lists are still, generally speaking, pretty relevant in that regard. But of course, enough about me. Let's try to figure out what we could use as far as tier lists go. And oh boy. It's gonna get ugly. And yes, we are doing another gaming one. I was thinking of doing like a music one or even like a TV show one, but if I'm gonna be honest, not only when it comes to the TV show ones, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney Channel, like the big 3 of that, those are really the only channels I really care about as far as content goes. But also, I'm pretty sure I was very thorough with those, like whenever I did it with everyone else. Hell, I did Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network both twice, so I feel like those are pretty set in stone. But as far as music, I mean, again, there's just a lot of inconsistencies that I can imagine someone doing. Like, for example, doing bands that are clearly not as a part of the genre, or doing some weird, throw-ins or something. But again, let's be optimistic when it comes to the video game side of things. So, and I was kind of scrolling, and there's a couple that I will admit have got my eye, sort of, like definitely caught my eye. So let's figure this out. So, all right, what was one of them again? Oh, yeah. We can do, yeah, game protagonists. Funny enough, I actually was originally going to do this as like a separate tier list of mine. But I sort of eventually kind of opted out. Or I haven't opted it out. Like I might eventually do this in the future because I was thinking of just doing just protagonists in general or like heroes. Not just one for video games, but you know, it is what it is. All right. But yeah, let's do this one first, especially since I already see a couple of boys here that are pretty freaking sweet. So, but yeah, let's do this list. How about that? So, granted, I don't exactly know everyone here, which is kind of a problem. I recognize enough, so it's not like I'm completely out of the dark. I'm not like, you know. Yeah, but anyways, let's get into this. All right, so we've got okay. So the first, all right. Well, I think we should get the ones that are obviously going to be an S tier out of the way. My boy Sly, you guys, need I say more? Shantae as well. I mean, that's pretty freaking obvious. Just go watch any of my streams, so, and you'll know exactly what I mean. All right, and then who else we got here? Is this Marth? Okay, let's kind of. Okay, well it's also okay. We've got the obvious ones out of the way. Let's do like, oh, fucking Master Chief, of course, of course. It's fucking Master Chief. Okay, is Doom Guy on here too? I can't find Doom Guy. There he is. Okay. Obvious S tiers right there. Yeah, what's another obvious S tier for us at least anyways? Honestly, I feel like that might be it. Okay, Solid Snake. S tier. It's fucking Solid Snake, of course. I know this is the picture of him in 4, and I know that's not a very popular Metal Gear Solid game, but I don't care. Like, it's S tier. It's fucking, yeah, it's Snake. Come on. But yeah, I think that's about it as far as, like, characters that I definitely would say are, like, S tier. Now, let's get the ones that are F tier out of the way. Yeah, let's get the terrible ones out of the way already. Fucking Bubsy, that should actually, you know what? Why is there no F tier? That's yeah, let's already, yeah, you are going in the F tier. Actually, no, we're gonna do F tier, but we're also going to do we're gonna do one below that. How about that? Dead to me. I think that should be pretty obvious with most people. If you say otherwise, well then you're wrong. All right, who else? What's another trash character here? I mean, honestly, okay, if I'm gonna be honest, that's about it as far as trash characters. There are some F tiers on here that, like, I know a lot of people are gonna give me shit, but I don't care. Oh, here's another one. You're dead to me. Need I say more? Need I say more? All right. Who else? Yeah, let's actually. Yeah, I kind of want to. Okay, let's do characters that I think are pretty cool. They're A tier, but I don't know if I'd say that they're my favorite. So, who would be like an A tier character? Cloud. See, that's the thing, is that, like, it's funny, because I have played Final... Wait, that's Cloud, right? Yeah, let me just make sure. There's a lot of fucking anime characters on here. Okay, yeah, that is Cloud. That's the funny thing about Final Fantasy, is that I have played Final Fantasy VII, but it's not my favorite series. Like, it's not my favorite series, and I only kind of skimmed through it. I didn't really take as much time into Final Fantasy as, like, most people probably would. That being said, though, Cloud is an A tier. I think he's cool. As far as, you know, game protagonists go. Oh, Ratchet. What am I thinking? He's S tier too. What the fuck? What the fuck? Spyro 2. Fucking S tier. What? Duh. Alright, what else? Okay, as far as A tiers. Okay, Nathan Drake. Yeah, he's A tier. It's okay. I know the whole meme about him and like 1,000 other video game characters is that he's just generic white dude, generic action shooter white dude character. Which there's a lot of those, to be fair, but I don't know. It's just kind of funny to me. All right, who else we got here? Who's another like top tier character? Well, for Dante, Devil May Cry. Sorry, I'm so used to like his older look that I'm, because this is him in what, the new game DMC, like Devil May Cry 5. So like I'm not used to him looking like that, but yeah, he's cool. Simon Belmont, A tier. Who else? See, that's the thing, is that like, oh fucking okay. Hot take. I know a lot of people are gonna give me shit on this one, but I don't care. I think Ezio's a pretty fucking cool character. He's A tier. Yeah, I know they focused on him for just a bit too long, because he had 3 games as opposed to just the one that most assassins get, but I don't care. He's fucking cool, and a good example of a character who starts off as annoying, but transitions into a badass. It's the same thing with like Ahsoka Tano from like Star Wars. Everyone fucking hated her whenever she was introduced, but now she's one of the most popular Star Wars characters. It's kind of the same thing with Ezio. So yeah, no, I'd say he's pretty good. Another character I would actually consider to be pretty good. Actually, no, what? No. Let's do some like bad characters. How about that? Because I've got some hot takes here. Okay, let's get the one that I remember I actually got a lot of shit from some of my friends for in the past, but I don't fucking care because I still stand by this. 2B is literally like, she has no fucking... She's basically just a character for sex appeal. Which, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, as a matter of fact, like, I'd be lying if I weren't into that character. I mean, for fuck's sake, 2 years ago, I did that stupid fucking tier list I did about cartoon and, like, video game crushes. So, like, of course, you're talking to someone who wouldn't complain about that in particular, but at the same time, I just don't think that she's a good character. She's not really my favorite. She's definitely not the best female protagonist in any sort of media. So that's my thing. So but yeah, that's just my opinion. All right, who else? You see, I recognize a lot of the faces, but I just don't remember the fucking names. So all right, well, let's... See, okay, here's also part of the problem. A lot of these I wouldn't even really call protagonists, per se. Like, it says protagonists, right? Why the fuck is Heavy from TF2 here? He's not really a protagonist. He's just a playable character. So, like, I mean, he's fine, but he's definitely not my... Here's my hot take. He's not my favorite mercenary from TF2. I'd say out of all the characters from TF2, my favorites would definitely... Okay, well that's the thing, is that I think I like literally every single one of them except for Heavy and then maybe Pyro. Like, so yeah, like, because Scout's a wise ass, but like, he's pretty fucking cool. Soldier is just lost his fucking mind, but like, you know, does it in a very comedic way. Demo Man is a drunk bastard, but is able to make it work somehow. Engie just doesn't give a fuck. Medic is just kind of eccentric in his own ways too. Sniper's kind of like the straight man character to a certain extent, and then the Spy is just kind of filled with like intrigue. There's just nothing with the Heavy. I don't... whatever. So yeah, like as far as protagonists go, I don't... Yeah. Okay. Let's go with like a few like out of left field characters here. Because there's also a lot where it's like I know of them, but I don't know too much about them per se. Like, for example, Croc. I know of Croc, late 90s platformer, but like I don't know much of them. But I definitely do know, I think, just enough. They're fine, I guess. I don't know. They're whatever. Same thing sort of with Banjo from Banjo-Kazooie. Like, it's fine. Again, maybe this is because this is just a bit, like, just right before my time. This was, like, right before, like, what I got interested in. Like, yes, I grew up with the PlayStation 1 era, but, like, just barely. I'm more of a PlayStation 2 era person. So, yeah, this is just not really my jam per se. Other than Spyro, I'd say out of that era of just mascots, Spyro is the one that I resonate the most with. Even though I recognize that basically only the first 3 games are good, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah. Okay, I feel like I kind of want to piss off a lot of people right now. So let's do a bunch of characters that honestly I don't give a fuck about. So I'm gonna piss off a lot of people, but I don't care. F. Who else? F. Okay, you're not F, but like, you're an F. F. F, because your series sucks. And I'd say that's about it. So again, go watch any of my other tier lists. You would know exactly why when it comes to at least this. And I rant about The Last of Us all the fucking time. I don't think I need to explain this one. I never liked The Last of Us. Again, I know that's a very unpopular take, but I don't care. Just fuck that game. And fuck Joel. And fuck Sans from Undertale too. Fuck him. And I know I played Sonic, what, like 3 years ago now? Honestly, okay, here's the funny thing about Sonic. I used to, like, because, you know, there was the whole Mario and Sonic rivalry back in the 90s. You know, you were either a Super Nintendo person or a Sega Genesis person. It was the whole Bit Wars thing, right? And, well, they were rival mascots. And, well, I mean, they still treated it like that for another decade, but more so in a friendly competition thing rather than, like, fierce rivalry, like the fierce rivalry that it was back in the 90s. But the thing is that, like, I used to actually prefer Sonic because because I was a let's just say I was very anti Nintendo for much of my teenage years. But in a weird way, I think I prefer Mario now. Granted, I still wouldn't say he's my favorite character. Like he's still like a C tier for me. But yeah, no, like to be fair, it's mostly because the consistency of Mario games is way higher than it is with Sonic games. Like that's not even a contest. Like yes, I am still a critic of the fact that there are basically just a bunch of Mario games that are either repeats of each other or the fact that people overpraise the innovations when other franchises have done innovations that Mario was given in air quotes. That being said, I'd rather like be around Mario than Sonic because yeah, fuck a lot of those games. So yeah, no, thank you. So yeah, fight me. Oh, that's Leon Kennedy. Okay, I couldn't fucking tell who that was. I was like, who the fuck is that? Okay, that's Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil. He's B tier. He's cool. I mean, to be fair though, I don't have too much experience with Resident Evil. Again, I've only played Resident Evils 1 and 4. Um I played both the original and the remake of Resident Evil 1, but I've only ever also played Resident Evil 4, which is one of the games he's in, but I don't really know much about him personally because again, I haven't played too many Resident Evil games unfortunately. I just wasn't able to. But that's a whole other conversation. But he seems cool enough, so I'll give him the pass. Link. I think I prefer Link as a overall. If I had to choose a Nintendo character that I would definitely say is probably my favorite, I would probably say Link. Or really just as far as Nintendo protagonists go, that's just way more my vibe. So he's definitely the exception to that rule. What else we got here? Kratos, God of War. Again, I didn't play too much God of War, but from what I can tell, he's all right. Which, by the way, you're gonna see a bit of a common pattern. Here's my hot take. I think I prefer more, human/realistic characters over cartoony ones. Not to say that I don't like cartoony characters. Of course, I mean just look, but it's just kind of I prefer this style of game more than the obviously exaggerated. So, and no, it's not because of graphical fidelity. Like it's not that. Like I get people who like the art, like the more art direction driven stuff with like this stuff. It's not really my thing. So, speaking of not my thing, fucking Shovel Knight. I'm sorry, but he's just not my thing. It's just again, maybe it's just because I didn't grow up with too many 2D platformers other than Shantae, but it just wasn't really my thing. Also, it just felt derivative, just a bit too much. So yeah, that's just kind of my thing. Okay, does anyone take Gex seriously? I feel like even back in the day, Gex was just kind of a fucking meme. I mean, I don't know. He just seems like just kind of like a meme, just kind of one of the earliest. Okay, not the earliest example, but just an example of a character that no one took seriously. So, yeah. Which I mean, to be fair, you don't really take characters like Mario or Sonic seriously, but you know what I mean. Yeah. All right, what do we got here? See, that's the fucking problem. I don't know who the fuck are you? Like, and then who the fuck? Yeah, like who the fuck are you? Like I genuinely don't know who the fuck that is. Yeah, and who are you? And you? I'm pretty sure. Okay, to be fair, I'm pretty sure these. Okay, this is Chrono Trigger, and then I'm pretty sure this is Dragon Quest, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I don't know who the fuck these characters. Like, I know of. Okay, I think I need to add another character or another category. Let me add row above. Know of or of, but not enough to have opinion. There, I think that's a better way to put character, like, to sort of put it, is that like I know of the series that those characters come from, but I don't have enough to really have an opinion. And honestly, same thing with the from Punch Out. Like, I don't have enough. What the fuck are you? Like, oh, that's the frog from Frogger. Okay, well, yeah, no. So, and then, yeah, I've seen this before. I don't even fucking know the name. I just know I've just seen that character before. Who else? Yeah, I don't know who the fuck these characters are. Oh god, this is terrible. Yeah, I don't know you either. Yeah, and I've seen this character before, but I just don't. Again, there's only so many games that I've played. So, and admittedly not a lot of them have are very character oriented, if that makes sense. But anyways. All right. Who else? Okay, actually, let's get this out of the way. Yeah, let's get these two out of the way. Gordon Freeman and Chell from Half-Life and Portal, respectively. I think I've made my opinions very clear on just Half-Life as a whole. I still think that, even though I like the series, I still think that the first game is overrated as fuck. And I still think that it's not bad, but it's overrated. But as far as protagonists go, I still say that, like, in comparison to Doom Guy and other sort of, retro shooter characters, he just doesn't really compare, in my opinion. And again, I think that the characters that surround him in Half-Life 2 are way more interesting. Like Eli and Alex Vance, Wallace Breen. Like, I find them way more interesting than him. Which is kind of a bad look, Honestly, kind of the same thing with Chell. Or is it Chell, or is this Shell or Chell? I don't know. But I don't care. Like, granted, like, if they weren't in franchises that I didn't care for, I would put them in F tier. But, like, since they're characters from franchises I like, I'm giving them a little bit more slack. As a matter of fact, like, I'm giving them just a bit more slack up here. But, like, I just don't care. But yeah, that's just my opinion anyways. Yeah, okay, who the fuck are you? I've legit have never seen either of these two clowns in my entire life. Who the hell are these two characters? Like you see what I mean? It's okay. Like, obviously, like, even something like these characters, I understand, because, like, I actually do genuinely recognize at least him from Chrono Trigger, him from, Punch Out, and then I've seen these designs because they're, they pop out, but I don't fucking know who they are, and it's really hard for me to tell who the fuck these characters are. Like, this, like, for example, these two characters here. or well, these three in general. I actually might know where they're from, but like, yeah, I just don't. I can't tell. But anyways, okay. Wii Fit Trainer, aka sort of weird Nintendo fantasy character that people like for whatever reason. Yeah, no thanks. Who else? Oh, okay, yeah, Yakuza dude. Fuck, I forgot his fucking name. Yeah, this is the guy from. It's the main character from Yakuza. God. Again, I've not played a Yakuza game before, so I can't really. Okay, Kazuma. Okay, yeah, Kazuma. I mean, I'll put him in B tier. He looks cool. Again, I genuinely don't know who the like. Again, I don't. I don't know. That's the thing about me is that like a lot of the games I like are from a very specific time period. Like like a lot of the games that I'm into, they're just from a very just brief period of time. And so because of that, you're gonna see a lot of just indifference from me when it comes to like a lot of the popular game characters that we see here. I mean, to be fair though, there are a lot of just kind of throwaway characters in here. To be fair, like yeah, who the hell are you? And even just a lot of characters, i.e., a lot of the Nintendo ones, where it's like, yeah, because again, Marth is here. I only recognized her because I knew of her, as well as Kid Icarus. I'm pretty sure 99% of people only know them because of Super Smash Bros. So, and same thing with Captain Falcon. Probably less though. I'd say F-Zero has a little bit more weight to it, but yeah, I don't know. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt because I think they look cool. I'll put those two in B tier and then Captain Falcon in C tier. Only because he's a bit of a fucking meme, from what I can tell. But more of a better meme than fucking Gex was. I don't care. Alright. Bayonetta. I mean, moving on. Who else we got here? Okay, Soap McTavish from Call of Duty. There's better Call of Duty characters. I think Mason. I feel like Frank Woods and Alex Mason from Black Ops is better. Shit, even Captain Bryce is better than him. He's not bad, but he's fine. Though they did him fucking dirty in the new game, which, again, I think I'm pretty happy about the fact that I tried distancing myself from Call of Duty, and that's a good thing. Alright. Speaking of, angry, men, Marcus from Gears of War. Again, he's just kind of a... Okay, to be fair, he has a little bit more personality compared to other military bro characters. So I will give him the benefit of the doubt and put him in a higher C, but just, again, not really my cup of tea entirely. Alright. I know I've been, keeping away a lot of the, a lot of other characters that are pretty associated with the channel here. Let's get them out of the way. But yeah, fucking Steve, Fez there, whatever meme, Duke Nukem, and then yeah, Abe from Oddworld. I guess that's it as far as like characters closely tied to our shit. I mean, here's okay. Again, Steve just has the same problem. Actually, no, he doesn't have the same problem as Gordon Freeman, where it's like he's a character that's fleshed out. He's not fleshed out. He's just an insert for the the player to do whatever with Steve. But like it's fucking Steve from Minecraft. He's like the Doug of like video games. You know, Doug from Nickelodeon. He's just it's just like it's Steve. Like it's fine. Like, you know, who cares? So yeah, that's how I feel. As for Freddy, as it's funny that it's Freddy that's the character on here and not like fucking, I don't know, because he's not really again, he's not a protagonist. It's like with Heavy from TF2, he's not a protagonist. So like, I don't know why the fuck he's here. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do a again another tier, but again, this is not my list. This is someone else's list. So like, yeah. Why are they here? Not, or what the hell? Why is that? Why are they here? Not protagonist. Yeah, I think that's a better way to put it. They're not protagonists. They're just not. I'd say everyone else. Well, yeah, you're not a protagonist either. What the fuck? Oh my god, this is stupid, but whatever. We're going through it anyways. Okay, well, technically, you're not either. You're just a fucking mascot for the You're just a physical mascot representation for the fucking. Well, I guess Steve is too. Okay, but at least with you, you actually are memorable. No one fucking gives a shit about, you know, cover of Skyrim guy or whatever the fuck is the Dragonborn, whatever the fuck his name is. Whatever, who cares? Alright, anyways, Duke Nukem. I mean, I used to not like. There was a brief, and I mean a very brief time period where it's like I didn't really care for Duke Nukem because I just felt like that. He's a character that was just a bit too much of a misogynist at his like for you to be able to say that like he was a good character. I still somewhat stand by that to a certain extent anyways, though I guess it just kind of depends on how you play it. Also, it's like, or how you play them, and also it's like, I don't know. I mean, I did play Duke Nukem last year, and I like Duke Nukem 3D. I just kind of wish that it was just more so him being more of a full-on parody of it rather than just kind of half being a parody, half being its own thing, like his own thing. So I'll put him in a C tier. It's just, you gotta cut off you gotta cut off the misogyny, Duke Nukem. Like, otherwise I would have put you in A tier because you have some amazing quotes. So, but yeah. All right, and then we got Ape from Ape's Odyssey. I mean, I feel bad for him, but he's not my favorite character, so C tier it is. So, yeah. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. Fucking. Alright. Cooking Mama. I don't really particularly care. So, yeah, no thanks. This one's gonna give me some shit, but again, I don't care for Chibi Robo as much as some people do. If you like Chibi Robo or Cooking Mama, that's fine, but it's just not really my thing. Samus from Metroid looks cool. Armor looks pretty cool. And, well, truth be told, I do like the concept, at least, of the Metroid games, or at least the older ones. So, granted, I will admit, I do feel like Metroid Dread is starting to get a bit visually dated already. I mean, I already thought that it was kind of on the lower end when it came to like it's sort of. I don't want to just say graphics because it's also just because like the art style because of the graphics just makes it look a bit flat. Though I do think that Metroid is a pretty cool looking series. So, and again, I've played the original. I played Super Metroid. I played a little bit of Metroid Prime as well. But if I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of Metroid Prime. Like, I mean, it was fine, but like, there's better FPS games out there. So, I mean, to be fair, it's not a fully FPS game. It's more of a first person platform adventure game, truth be told. But again, I'm just saying there's better FPS. There's just better games that do that. And also, you guys already know I'm not the biggest fan of first person platforming. Like, yeah, even though I put Doom guy up here and I do love Doom and Doom Eternal, that's the one thing I still am not the biggest fan of in those games. I don't like platforming in first person. I never did and I never will. So yeah. But yeah, let's get some of these other PlayStation era mascots out of the way. Like PlayStation, like PS1, PS2 era mascots out of the way. So yeah. Would you consider Rayman a PlayStation 1 mascot? I feel like he's more of a 90s mascot in general than he is a PlayStation mascot, but whatever. Anyways. Alright, Sora. Okay, if we're talking like early Sora, then like fuck no. But since he's evolved, I think I like him a little bit more. That being said, I'm gonna put him in like C tier. Again, those early versions of him in the older Kingdom Hearts games, it's just like Jesus Christ. Again, he has gotten better as a character. From what I can tell, it is kind of a Ezio case we've got here, where it's like he started off as super fucking annoying. But I think my problem is that he's from the era that people recognize whenever he was annoying. So, and again, truth be told, I'm not like the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan anyways. So, yeah. And then we've got Brash Kendukut, a character that, funny enough, I think I like him more than I like the games that he comes from. So, yes, hot take, I'm more of a Spyro person than I am a Crash person. That's not to say that I dislike Crash, though. It's just, for me, I just prefer the gameplay of Spyro, and I just prefer the world of Spyro more than Crash in general. I just feel like Crash is just kind of iffy. And also, I mean, yeah, Spyro definitely has his fair share of shit, but let's not forget, Crash has his fair share of shit too. So, yeah. Though, again, it's kind of weird that, like... Oh my god! Is that Laura... I just realized that's fucking Laura Croft. I'm pretty... That is Laura Croft, right? Okay, why the fuck does she look like that? Hold on. Okay, let me... I can, like... Search image, like, search Google image, right? That's Laura Croft, right? Like, that has to be. Oh my god, it's too fucking blurry. Yeah, like... Okay, we'll put her in here for Lara Croft. The reason why I just had that, like, premonition, which, by the way, I'd put her... Considering that I played Tomb Raider last year, and I thought that game was fun, and her iteration there was fine. I'll put her in B tier. But the reason why I had that premonition is because I just remembered. Does anyone remember like that era of early 7th gen, where like during like the late 2000s, that where there was like a bunch of reboots that were being made of like a bunch of different 90s characters? Because there was the Legend of Spyro games that came out around that time, and then there was the 2 Crash Bandicoot games, and then there was also the Tomb Raider games that came out around that same time too. Like, and I'm pretty sure there was like another. Well, okay, fucking Sonic was shitting the bed around that time too. So like, I guess if you want to count that. But like, yeah, that's just like an era of gaming that like I think everyone just completely forgot about. I guess you can even say Ratchet and Clank was kind of in that wave too because of the future games. But yeah, like the late 2000s just had this really weird era. It was of just bringing, like, trying to reboot a lot of like the classic late 90s characters, it seemed. I don't know. Like it was just an era that happened. I remember all the trailers for most of those games, which is really funny. Shit, even a few of my friends, I remember, they actually did own, I'm pretty sure it was the first of that Legend of Spyro trilogy. Not Dawn of New Beginning, I think it was what it was called, right? It was the one, I mean, I'm pretty sure all of them actually had Elijah Wood, but it was the first one with Elijah Wood in it. And they also had fucking Crash of the Titans. So, but yeah, as far, sorry, it's just, that's kind of why I had that, like, just had a deadly premonition moment right there. But yeah, as far as, that, yeah, no, that was a weird era, and, well, truth be told, like, Crash was not doing his best around that time. Tomb Raider was doing fine. I did play that Tomb Raider Anniversary, which was a remake of the first game. Pretty good, but yeah, like that was a weird time in gaming that like I think everyone just completely forgot about. So yeah, all right. Let's move on. Fucking Jack from Jak and Daxter. So, as you guys know, I love the PlayStation 2. I grew up with Sly Cooper. I grew up with Ratchet and Clank. I grew up with Spyro. So, like, you would think that I would also be a big Jak and Daxter person. Well, truth be told, that was the one series I didn't grow up with. Yeah, like, I never really grew, like, I wasn't as close to Jak and Daxter as much as many other people were. And so because of that, I kind of out of the loop. I own most of the games now. Like I own the main 3 games, and funny enough, I actually just recently also got I think it was Jak X off of eBay. So, because yes, I am still increasing that collection. But yeah, like as far as like Jak and Daxter goes, yeah, I have no nostalgia for it, like at all. I have like no, like, that being said, it's okay. That one's difficult because I did play the first Jak and Daxter, and I know that one is very different compared to the later games, because Jak 1 is way more kid-friendly and just kind of more grounded in a more non-serious tone compared to its sequels. Because the sequels, I mean, I'm pretty sure this game's, like, the first game started as a rated E for everyone game, and then the other two was just, it went up to T14. Like, what the hell? Though, to be fair, that isn't surprising, considering that this is one of Naughty Dog's characters, and they started with Crash Bandicoot, then they went to this. This was sort of their transition into what they would become today. as after they worked on this, they would eventually work on the Uncharted games. So I'm not too surprised that Jak and Daxter as a series became a bit more mature over time. But yeah, as far as game characters go, I'm not as nostalgic for them. That being said, I'll put them in B tier, but just barely reaching there, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna have barely reach. So yeah. All right. Yeah, I took a while explaining fucking Lara Croft and Crash Bandicoot and fucking that I need to step up. Okay. Kid from Ape Escape. I know of him, but I don't have an opinion, if I'm gonna be honest. So, yeah. Kind of the same thing, actually, now that I think about it with this. I'm pretty sure this is Xenoblade. So I know of, like, I've definitely seen that character before, and I'm pretty sure it is Xenoblade. So, but I'm not too sure, and I don't really have an opinion. All right. Same thing with Shenmue. Again, I know of Shenmue, but not enough to really kind of give an opinion. Same thing with the Tom B, though I don't think I like that design. Yeah, I don't know who the hell you are. You look like literally just any sort of generic character in any video game that's set in like a parallel real world universe. So I mean, you legit look like a GTA character. So yeah, no thanks. All right. Ness, I don't particularly care for. So, sorry, Earthbound fans, but I just don't care. I mean, to be fair, I care a little bit more about you guys than I do with Undertale fans. So you guys better be happy about that. Because yeah. All right, Gerald from Witcher. Again, B tier. Funny enough, I haven't actually played a Witcher game either. Again, there's a lot of franchises that I just have not played. Partially because, again, I don't want to overhype my. That's the reason why I don't play a lot of like major titles that a lot of people love. Is because A, I don't want to overhype myself, and B, like, I don't know. It's just, when it comes to RPGs, at least, I just feel like they would take up way too much of my time. I mean, first, again, whenever I first played not Monster Hunter, Horizon, I didn't think that was an RPG. So, yeah. So, take that for what you will. Anyways, Sir, is his name Sir Reginald? I don't fucking remember his name. Is this Serpentius? Actually, oh wait, is this Serpentius? Hold on, let me look it up. I know what he's from. He's from Medieval. I just want to make sure that I know exactly who your name. Oh, Sir Daniel Fortesque. Okay, that's your name. I know of him, but I don't know enough about him. So yeah. All right, what else? I fucking hate that Battletoad smile, and because of that, no. Okay, okay, what else? Ah. Mega Man. Okay. Mega Man. I have a very weird history with Mega Man, if I'm gonna be honest. So, obviously, you guys know I am in I have a Discord server. Shameless plug, check it out down below. But I'm also in a bunch of other servers. And let's just say that I got really fucking annoyed with Mega Man like specifically because I'm not naming names, but let's just say that like there was one person who was so obsessed with Mega Man that they made it their personality, and because of that, it got really fucking annoying. It made me start to actually just hate the franchise because of it. I mean, truth be told, I don't hate Mega Man. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I streamed Mega Man X like 5 years ago back on my YouTube channel, which I completely forgot about, by the way. I should have put that in the tier list. But yeah, I actually did play Mega Man X. Mega Man X is fine, though that's not Mega Man. That's X. That's a different character. Though I actually have played some of the other Mega Man games. I played the first 3 Mega Man games. And I'm pretty sure I also attempted to play not Mega Man 64, but whatever that game's called on the PlayStation 1, because 64 is just a port of the game from the PlayStation 1. I do remember I tried playing that. So I feel bad because it's like I don't hate Mega Man, but I'm just kind of indifferent about it. Though, don't be one of those people who makes it your fucking personality to love a character. Again, I love Sly Cooper to fucking death. Like, this is my favorite fucking video. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, him and a certain gray wolf back there that you may or may not see because the light. Admittedly, I need to get a better light back there, but like, I mean, it's between him and her. But as far as that goes, I don't make it my personality to, obsess over them. Why? Because A, that's annoying, and B, like, it's more of a personal thing in certain characters. So because of that, oh, and well, Shantae too. But like, but you get my point, is that like I don't make it my personality to just love, and I mean love this stuff. I mean, for fuck's sake, I don't like. I love Fall Out Boy and MCR and a bunch of other emo bands as much as Next Person, but I don't just only talk about that. So I talk about a variety of things, which is why we're talking about this. So that's, I think, the moral of tonight. Don't make one thing your personality. But anyways, all right. Okay, I think it is kind of okay. I know why they're here because fucking Batman has the Arkham games and Spider-Man has all the fucking Spider-Man games that people love. Not just the Insomniac ones, but also a lot of the ones made by Treyarch back in the 2000s. Yes, Treyarch actually made Spider-Man games. But as far as this goes, I think this is probably my biggest fucking hot. Okay, I already have fucking hot takes right here. But this is probably going to be something that's going to piss a lot of people off. I really don't like Spider-Man. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I just don't care anymore. Granted, part of it is because I'm so sick and tired of superheroes in general, but I feel like with Spider-Man, he's just the one goddamn character that is the most overexposed out of all of them. He has the most comic books, he has the most video games, he has the most fucking attention with movies. Like, and it doesn't, and what made it even worse is that especially in this recent wave of Spider-Man hype starting with Homecoming, with like, Spider-Man Homecoming, it has just been non-fucking stop, and it's gotten so fucking tiring. Like, and it really fucking sucks because a lot of people really love the Spider-Verse movies. But because of just how much I've been overexposed to this man in a red spandex suit, I just don't care anymore. I'm sorry, but like it's honestly kind of a similar case. It's kind of a similar situation for me to like The Last of Us. It's like I hear nothing but just constant gushing and praising from even people who are even some of my closest friends. So like I'm sorry, I feel like I think I'm probably like the only one who's super alone in this, but I am so fucking tired of Spider-Man content. Just give us something fucking new. Like, I mean, to be fair, Marvel in general is kind of like they're in a shitty spot right now anyways. And so I feel like they're definitely relying on Sony with Spider-Man, but it's like I don't care. Again, with the fucking award, like with the Caspian Awards, I didn't nominate Spider-Man 2 cuz I don't care. Like, I'm sorry, but it's like I don't want people to fucking overhype something that like frankly is only okay to begin with. So like I don't know, maybe in a couple years my tune will change, but like as of right now, just lay off the Spider-Man shit for me, please. Cuz like I can't fucking stand it anymore. Please. So, alright, well, I just fucking pissed off everyone after that one, but whatever. Alright, so, alright, that being said, with Batman, I mean, if I'm going to be honest, it's kind of a similar case, though I'm much more tolerant with Batman overall, especially since I actually thought his most recent movie, The Batman, was actually really fucking good. Like, that was a really good fucking movie. And as far as, I mean, I've played a little bit of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, because my cousins love Batman. Like he's definitely their favorite character. I don't know, like, I mean, to be fair, he's more interesting because like he's not, obviously it's DC, so it's not like, kind of like the stereotypical Marvel character, though DC's been trying to Marvelize for a while now, which is really dumb. But he's more interesting to me, so I'll put him in. You know what? I'll give him a pass. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put him at the highest of C tier. If I change my mind, I'll probably put him in B tier. But yeah. All right, as far as everyone else is concerned here, I think we should, just kind of rapid fire again. Rayman, C tier. So, I mean, I will never forgive you for bringing the rabbits here, but I mean, at least you're fine. Monkey Ball, I know of, but I don't have enough opinion, nor do I feel like I want to have enough of opinion. So, alright, this is Ryuk from Street Fighter. Again, just not really my favorite thing. Again, by the way, I know I'm being a bit more critical, because, there's more characters down here than up here. Again, I'm just not really much of a character-driven person, if that makes sense. There, obviously, with the exceptions, but I don't know, I'm just more of a gameplay person as opposed to just a story person. Though if I notice a terrible story, I will call it out. Alright, Kirby. Another one that's going to piss some people off. D tier. I just don't care. That being said, I did actually play the very first Kirby game, funny enough. On the NES game. And, well, if I'm going to be honest, game is actually very good for a very late / out of date NES game. So because of that, I will give Kirby the benefit of the doubt, and I'll put, actually, you know what, fuck it, I'll put Kirby higher than Gordon Freeman. That's just the perfect image right there. Just Kirby just slightly above Gordon Freeman. That's a perfect image right there. Alright, who else we got here? What's her face? She's... I know of her. I don't have an opinion. She's like the digital, like, singer, right? Kind of like Gorillaz in a way. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, she apparently has a bunch of rhythm games. So that's cool. All right, who else? Fucking Qbert I know of, but I don't have enough of an opinion. Who else? Bomberman, again, I know of. Earthworm Jim, I know of. Alright. Okay. This is probably another hot take that, like, all of the 30, all the 30-year-olds are going to be super pissed with me about this one. But, like, I don't care. This is probably gonna be probably my second or third biggest hot take on this list. I can't fucking stand Conquer, and Conquer's Conquer's bad for a day in general. It's mostly due to just the humor. I just feel like every time I see either gameplay or like a cutscene from this game, it just reminds me of just why I absolutely fucking hate most adult animated content. Obviously, there's some exceptions to the rule, but those are exceptions. So, like, it's an aesthetic that, like, this character's aesthetics, and it's like Conquer's bad for a day in general is an aesthetic that I never really cared for and I never really liked. And I never really liked the type of edgy humor that they did, because the whole joke of the game is that, it's a very innocent looking game, but they have a bunch of sex and fart jokes throughout the entire game, and it's like purposely the most offensive game they could try to make at that time anyways. And I don't like that. It's just not my thing. I can't stand that shit. So it's the same reason why I fucking can't stand shows like South Park or Family Guy. It's just, I hate that type of fucking humor. So I didn't like those shows for those reasons, and I don't like this game for that reason. It's just that type of comedy personified in a video game, and I fucking hate it. So yeah, now people are gonna fucking call me like a woke or some shit, and anyone who fucking says that to me, you're a fucking idiot. But anyways, all right. So, but let's try to. Okay, I think we'll get the last of like the characters that I definitely don't really care for out of the way. Specifically, Villager from Animal Crossing. I mean, you're just another sort of insert character for whatever. And then Pac-Man. You're dead to me. Okay, I don't hate him that fucking much. As a matter of fact, if I'm gonna be honest, I think I hate this a bit more, because I don't like this. I really fucking don't like this type of content. Like, I mean, that being said, you two are objectively worse, but like, yeah, I don't care, dude. I don't care for Pac-Man. It's fucking Pac-Man. I recognize the importance of Pac-Man when it came to, helping popularize arcade games back in the 1980s, as well as Namco in general, because truth be told, if we did not have this yellow circle, we wouldn't actually, this is actually going to sound really weird, but you know who owns this? Namco. You know what Namco also owns? Dark Souls. So I recognize the importance of this for helping Namco establish themselves. Even though I think Galaga is better overall, personally. Again, as far as arcade games go from that era, I prefer a lot of their shoot 'em ups. So Galaga, Galaxian. What's another pretty big Namco's? Xavius. I think Xavius is pretty underrated. Also, where the fuck is Mappy? Mappy's fucking cool, but you know, it is what it is. It's Pac-Man. Again, I don't know. This is not really my thing. So Donkey Kong, C tier. Again, I feel like the characters surrounding him are more interesting than he is. And then we've got okay, is this Soul Calibur? I can't fucking tell. Okay, I think that's what I need to do. I'm gonna zoom in and I'm going to do the search because I don't know who the fuck some of these characters are. I'm pretty sure that is Tomb Raider, right? Okay, whatever. Jin Kazama. Oh, is this wait, is this Tekken? Yes, that's Tekken. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know of Tekken, of course. Like, of course. Okay, it's funny because Tekken, fucking Soul Calibur, same tree. Hell, even same branch, but a slightly different twig. Because Soul Calibur, funny enough, is I'm pretty sure in the same universe as Tekken. But I prefer Soul Calibur. So, yeah, I know of Tekken, but yeah. Yeah, we're gonna zoom in. Yeah. Again, I'm just trying to triple check because, like, yes, that is Laura. Okay, I'm just making sure that I got the actual character that I thought. So okay, well then, if that was Ryu, then who the fuck are you? Akira from Virtua Fighter. Okay, yeah, I don't know I know of Virtua Fighter, but I don't know you. All right. Next up, we've got. We might as well get the last furry character out of this. Fucking Fox from Star Fox. I mean, he's cool, I guess, B tier, but like again, I mean, okay. I've played Star Fox Original, Star Fox 64, and then a little bit of Star Fox Assault. He's cool, but I prefer Ratchet. So that's kind of my stance on that. All right. Yeah, this got Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. I mean, he looks cool. So, yeah, there. And then Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright. I mean, it's fucking Phoenix Wright. Again, as far as like puzzle games kind of go, like I guess it's a visual novel too. Weird fucking game genres, I know. But as far as like, I mean, I know he's another sort of like character that has just kind of became a fucking meme over time. But I do genuinely think that as far as characters go that have become memes, he still stands on his own. So that is what it is. All right. Fucking the ninja from Ninja Gaiden. I don't know his name. What's his name? Ryu Hayabusa. I mean, he looks cool. That's all I gotta say. All right. Okay, to be fair, I think Ninja Gaiden is actually pretty cool. The fucking newer, like the reboot series. Okay, all the games are fucking hard because I play. Actually, fun enough, I did play also the first two NES games, and then I also played the first reboot game from I think 2004, and I like both. Obviously, 15-year difference definitely shows, but as far as um games go, I mean, I think Ninja Gaiden's a cool series. All those games are fucking hard though, but I mean, granted, not as hard as like something like Shakiro, but still. All right, last but not least, we've got Rockstar characters, and I feel bad because frankly, I his name is fucking goddamn. I'm sorry. I just again, you're talking to someone who did not play, like, who's only barely like scratched the surface on any GTA game, and also has never played Red Dead Redemption. So like again, I know I missed out a lot, mostly because of hype, but also because of reasons I don't want to get into. Um, so boo fucking who. So what's his name? His name's yeah, okay, his name's Michael. Yeah, because he's the dad character who's trying to at least get somewhat better, and depending on what you do in the game, that may or may not happen, right? So it's okay. It's weird. Okay, okay. GTA is kind of fucking weird because like, yes, they have some moments that do kind of step to like lows like this that I genuinely don't fucking like. But at the same time, GTA also has moments that are a bit more genuine at points. And definitely has some sort of, I don't know, sparking moment, if that makes sense, like for its storytelling. Though, as far as GTA 5 is concerned, because yeah, this is Michael from GTA 5, right? So, uh, I don't find him. That's the thing. I don't find him as much of an appealing protagonist. Obviously, there's also Trevor and God damn it, who's the other one? Franklin. Yeah, like there's Franklin. I feel like out of those three for GTA 5, I think Franklin's the one I'm the most interested in, especially since you know he's around Prime all the time and he lives in like sort of the ghettos, which is just an unfortunate reality that does happen with a lot of people, like a lot of people in the United States, at least. And I just find that more interesting than following the life of like a rich white dude. So that's just me, at least. But as far as Michael is concerned, I mean, I'll give him the C tier. It's just I kind of want there to be more spice to my characters, if that makes sense. So, which, to be fair, not all. That's not always the case with a lot of the characters that are on here. As a matter of fact, a lot of the characters on here don't really have quote unquote spice at all. But you know what I mean. It's just like it's not something that compels me as much as like I wish. So now that being said, his name's it's John Marston, right? That's the main character. That's his name, right? Uh, or yeah, main character Red Dead Redemption. I mean, considering that this is a game that is set in the Wild West, which it's not a completely uncommon setting. There's plenty of other series that do dive into that time period. There was the Call of Juarez games. There was also Gun back in 2005, as well as Dark Watch from that same year, as well as the Desperados games. So, like, it's not an uncommon setting. But as far as just that setting alone and just sort of the idea of, I mean, to be fair, I don't know this. I don't know the story of Red Dead Redemption. Because, again, I didn't even play Red Dead Redemption 1. I do own Red Dead Redemption 1 on PS3. And yes, I do technically have a save file on my PlayStation account, but that wasn't me who actually played it. It was a friend. That's a whole other thing. Point is that as far as characters go, he's a bit more interesting to me than Michael is. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'll put him in a B tier. So, but yeah, there you go. That's the video game protagonist tier list. So, I mean, again, not the most exciting, if that makes sense, but at the same time, you guys gotta also realize that, like, well, I don't have nearly the amount of time to, like, dedicate myself to every single one of these games, but, and more importantly, like, I just didn't really grow up with a lot of these games as a kid. Like, again, I'm like, as far as, like, games are concerned, I just got into, like, a bunch of games that came out around, like, the late 90s, like, or basically, like, you know, late 90s to about the mid 2000s. And so because of that, a lot of my favorite characters come from that sort of time frame. So, like, my interest in characters were just from a very specific time frame as far as some of my favorite video game characters are concerned. Which, I mean, most of these check that box right there. I mean, late 90s, early 2000s, like technically late 80s, but wasn't fleshed out until late 90s. Early 2000s, early 2000s, early 2000s, mid 90s, but again, I mean, and then, yeah, late 90s, early 2000s, fucking hell. So, whatever, you get the point. It's just that, like, that's just kind of more my interest as far as characters are concerned. And that's not to say that, again, that's not to say that I won't change my mind on any of the characters that are below here. But that's just kind of my opinion, at least on game characters. So, but yeah, honestly, not too bad of a list. I thought this would have been way worse. But I do kind of want to see if we can do at least another one before we kind of head off for tonight. So let me see if I can find at least one more. If we can't, then that's fine. We'll just kind of, you know, we actually might end up doing this tomorrow as well, because if I'm going to be honest, I don't really have any sort of stream planned until Thursday. So we can take another night to just do straight up tier lists. So, oh yeah, I did that one. I remember I did that one last time. That was fucking stupid. Okay. See, that's part of the problem too, is that a lot of these haven't been updated in years. And they're the popular ones too. So, you know, I guess we can do an FPS tier list. Again, I guess you can say this is kind of like a rehash of an older tier list that I did before. But, I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm definitely way more familiar with this. So, we can do this list. Though we are going to make this one quick, as Again, I've talked about a lot of these games before. So, F. And then we'll do haven't played. And then I've also am starting to see a few of them that's like, does it really count? All right. Okay. So here we go. This is my updated opinions so far on first-person shooter games. So take this for what you will. Especially since I've played most of the games that are on here, thankfully. So yeah. All right, Killzone. I have not played any of those, nor have I played any of the Resistance games. I've not played Crisis 2 or 3. I have not played... Yeah, what else have I not played? I've not played New Colossus. I have not played Blood Dragon, even though I've heard I should. What else? Funny enough, I've not actually played Borderlands 2 or Borderlands 1. I've only played... Oh, no, I have played pre-sequel. I've not played Invisible War or Human Revolution or Mankind Divided. Unreal Tournament 2003, mostly because that one's kind of unnecessary since all the stuff was added into that one. I've not played Duke Nukem Forever, though. That's probably a good thing. The Darkness, Oh, wait, no, I talked about Dark Watch. The Darkness, that's a whole... Wait, does that count? I don't know if that counts. Whatever. Bulletstorm, I've not played. I mean, I refuse to touch that one. Yeah, no thanks. What else? Yeah, I've not played Fear 2 or 3. Oh, this is the Perfect Dark remake. This isn't... I played the original, but not the remake. Yeah, I've not played Resistance 3. Wait. God fucking... see what I mean? Like, you literally repeated a lot of this. This is what I fucking hate with, like, tier lists like this. Is that they fucking repeat games. It's like... Yeah, fucking pay attention. Jesus Christ. Anyways. Okay. So, okay. Alien Isolation. I don't know if that counts. Okay, yeah. What about the ones that, like... yeah, let's just also put the ones where it's like, I don't know if that counts. Because, like, there's just so many features other than the shooting. So, and also Far Cry Primal, that doesn't count. That straight doesn't count. That's not a first-person shooter. It's an action game. So, I know they got confused because it's like, oh, it's a fucking Far Cry game. It's bound to be a first-person shooter. Yeah, no, it's not. It's a action game. So, I think that's all the... yeah, that's all the games where it's like, yeah. All right. Let's do this. Okay, Crisis. I'll put this in a B tier. Good visuals and represented a lot of the innovations back then. And even the gameplay itself holds up, but it's not the best, I recognize. Time Splitters 2, B tier. A bit frustrating at points, but whatever. Call of Duty Ghosts, D tier. It's not very good. Don't play it. Advanced Warfare, F tier. Don't play it. That game's trash. Infinite Warfare, only about like a third of it's good, but whatever. Doom, S tier. Doom 3, A tier. Doom 2016, S tier. And then is Doom 2 on here? Yes, it is. Fucking, yeah, A tier. I think all those are A tiers. Like, I still think that these are S tiers, and then these are A tier. CS:GO. I'll put it in C tier, mostly because it's not really my thing. It's not bad, but it's not. Again, it's just not really my thing. Like, just Counter-Strike in general. Which, speaking of, Counter-Strike Source is on here. Not the original for whatever reason, so we'll just put this C tier. Alright, I've not played the original Titanfall. I can't play the original Titanfall. But I did play Titanfall 2, and I think that one is pretty damn good. Call of Duty 2, I think... Okay, let's just get the Call of Duty games out of the way. Yeah, Call of Duty and Battlefield. Yeah, Call of Duty 2 was good. Not so much Call of Duty 3. World War 2 is fine. I think it gets overhated. Modern Warfare 2 on the other hand. Fuck it, I'll put it in B tier. Though, just so that people don't get pissed off with me. Modern Warfare 3, I like that one more. Hot take, I don't care. Fight me on that one. What else? BO1, I still think is actually an unironically good game. Same thing with BO2. Fight me. What else? BO3, only good part is zombies. Everything else is trash. I don't care what people say. BO4 is not very good. OG COD is fine. Excuse me. Oh yeah, Dishonored. Yeah, these don't really count. They're stealth games. They're not shooter games per se. So now it's kind of awkward. All right, Call of Duty 4, A tier. Maybe S tier. I don't know. Sometimes I put this in A tier. Sometimes I put it in S tier. It just depends on what mood I'm in. So, all right. And then Battlefield. 1942. I mean, I streamed that earlier this month. I really like it. Bad Company 2. I like it. Battlefield 3. I think is pretty good. Battlefield. Okay, but it is starting to lower because of the stupid fucking PC version with the battle log. Battle log's dumb. Battlefield 4, I really like it, but I acknowledge it launched like hot shit. So, alright, Hardline, C tier. Battlefield 1, C tier. Battlefield 5, also C tier, because I actually am starting to kind of really like Battlefield 5. At least a little bit, even though I recognize it, yeah, needs to be better. And then, excuse me, other Battlefield games I don't see on here. Okay, all right, fucking, yeah, let's do the other games. Wolfenstein New Order, S tier, easily. It's one of the best shooter games released in the past decade, and the fact that that game is 10 years old is really surprising to me. Yeah, we can do all the old school shooters. Yeah, let's do all the old school shooters. If there's any. Oh, Quake. S tier. Easy. I love that game. Quake is amazing. Quake 3, A tier. Okay, Portal doesn't count either. Those aren't FPS games. I don't. Again, I know you're in first person and you shoot portal things, but that doesn't make it a first person shooter. It's a first person puzzle game. So, yeah. Okay, Quake Champions. I'll put you in C tier because you are a massive disappointment. Not the worst game ever, but definitely I feel like the worst Quake game. The Unreal Tournament, A tier. So, alright, what else we got? Unreal Tournament 04, also A tier. The Unreal Tournament 2007, I think you are B tier. Not as good, but, you know. Okay, Halo. Halo 1, S tier all the way. Halo 2 is A tier. Halo 3 is S tier. Halo Reach is also S tier. Halo 4 is more of a C tier. Halo 5 is a D tier. Again, just those... the combination of just the story and all the bullshit they tried doing in both of these games, it was very goddamn disappointing. And you guys know how much I love Halo, so it's like stung even more. Okay. Yeah, alright. BioShock. A tier. I think BioShock 1 is pretty good. It's not my favorite shooter game, but I do think it's pretty good. However, if you guys remember me streaming BioShock 2 and the absolute shitstorm that was, oh my god, that was actually terrible. Granted, it's not the worst game I've ever played, but that PC port, oh my god, it actually made me super pissed. So yeah, that was it. Yeah, if you're gonna play this, I'd recommend you play it on console, which is probably what I should have done in the first place. Because, oh my god, the PC version of this game is not optimized at all. 2K, fix your fucking game. Like, oh my god. Okay, Infinite. Funny enough, I actually have played Infinite since. Like, I played it, but I haven't streamed it because of, quite frankly, a lot of the imagery in the game, and I just don't feel comfortable sharing it with you guys. Though, it is actually a really good game. Dare I say it, it's as good as BioShock 1. It has... I mean, here's my biggest hot take. I think the actual gameplay is way better in this game than BioShock 1. Because, yes, it's streamlined. Yes, there's not really an explanation for the tonics in the, or the, I don't know what they're fucking called in this game. The Vex or whatever. I don't fucking know. Whatever the fucking powers you get. They don't really have much of an explanation, but it's traded off for better gameplay that BioShock 1 and 2, frankly, kind of feel clunky in regards to that. So, I think it's good. I think it's a good game. And I think that people give it a bit too much shit nowadays. So, yes, that is a fucking generic ass cover, but like that doesn't make it a bad game. Don't judge a book by its cover. Judge it by its gameplay. So, all right, Payday 2. A tier. You guys know how much I fucking love Payday 2. Left 4 Dead. Again, I'm actually kind of shocked with this one. I used to really not like Left 4 Dead 1, but I've come around to it. Dare I say it? I think I definitely prefer playing Left 4 Dead 1 maps on Left 4 Dead 1 than I do try playing them on Left 4 Dead 2. So, I mean, I made that pretty apparent in a video that I did, like I released on YouTube. So, yeah, that's kind of my stance on Left 4 Dead 1. Is that I used to really not like it. Yeah, I do. So that's pretty fun. Okay. Oh god, what else we got here? And I'm trying to make sure I don't get any repeats because I'm seeing quite a few repeats on here, which is annoying. Okay. I think it's about time I give a proper ranking on where I would put Half-Life 1 now, since I've played it one more time and I had fun with it. You know what? I'll put it in the B tier. I think I definitely have appreciated it, but I still think it's overrated as fuck, even for games that came out from 1998. Like, Unreal and Rainbow Six is right fucking there, people. But whatever. Anyways, Half-Life 2. I'll put it in A tier. I don't think it's S tier because this game does have its problems, specifically involving like the AI. But other than that, I do recognize its importance on the gaming industry, as well as just the gameplay itself. Like the shooting and gameplay. I think I do generally prefer over Half-Life 1's. So, yeah. All right. Oh fuck, Quake. Quake 2, A tier as well. What the fuck were you? Yeah, Quake 4 I've not played. All right, what else? Battlefield 2, fucking S tier. 2142, A tier. Insurgencies and Insurgency Sandstorm. Okay, it's weird because it's like I really like Insurgency. I think that it actually is a really fun game. But if I'm going to be honest, I think I actually am preferring Sandstorm a little bit more. Like, I don't know, it's just Insurgency is starting to show its age, I feel like. And because of the quality of life improvements that Sandstorm made, and also the fact that this game runs on Unreal 4, this one runs on Source 1, yeah, Insurgency OG is starting to see it. It's starting to feel its age, and I haven't touched the game in like 2 years because of it. So I'm gonna put it in B tier, and I'm gonna put Sandstorm in A tier. This game's really fucking underrated, guys. Please fucking play Insurgency Sandstorm. It's so good. Like, New World Interactive does not deserve to be liquidated. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, like, with that company. Ugh. Okay. All the Far Cry games. Oh my god. Far Cry. You make me cry and made me fall. Alright. I still stand though by that Far Cry 1 is just an objectively bad game. Again, any game that has AI that's able to see you from literally miles away and has it to where like, you know, you can die in like fucking 4 shots in a non-tactical first-person shooter game on the easiest difficulty is unforgivable for me, because this is not a tactical shooter. Like, this game's fucking broken. Maybe there's a patch somewhere on like PC Gamer that fixes it, but Jesus Christ, this game's actually fucking unplayable. So, at least on the version that's on Steam. So, actually, yeah, now I think about it, Condition Zero is the same fucking problem. You go right there too. You both came out the same day. March, what, 22nd, 2004? Which, that's coming up in like a month and a half, so buckle up for that 20th anniversary right there. That was a fucking terrible, that was a terrible fucking day in gaming history. So, yeah. Thankfully, all sins were forgiven because Far Cry 2 is a fucking amazing game. This game is S tier. How we went from this to this, I will never know. So, because yeah, Far Cry 2 was way fucking better in every department. And you know what? Far Cry 3 and 4, I'll put both of those in A tiers. I think I prefer 4 over 3, specifically because I like the setting a little bit more, and I think I like the characters like as well more in Far Cry 4 than 3. But 3 does have Voss. Yeah, it does have Voss, and I mean, this game walked so that this could run. So I mean, yeah. Though with Far Cry 5, I gotta give this a C tier. It's an inferior game in every single way. And I played the entirety of 5, and it just was so fucking bland. Like, I mean, it's not the worst Far Cry. I mean, again, it's better than 1, but it just was just a giant piece of just blah, you know? So I've not played New Dawn now I think about it. So But yeah. Alright, let's go over games that I used to have actually a decent opinion on, but my opinion has drastically fallen. Okay, Overwatch. Again, I think I've said this plenty of times before. When this game first came out, I hated this game. But then, after a couple years, I played it, and then I liked it. And then, after all the shit Blizzard did, and all the controversies and allegations, and them changing Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2 and removing content and shit, yeah, I stopped caring again. And now, frankly, I hate it now again. I had a complete U-turn on how I felt about this. The only other time I can think of that I had a huge U-turn like that was with Pierce the Veil, but for the other direction. Where I loved Pierce the Veil, then I started to not really like them, but then I started liking them again. Like, I had a complete U-turn with Overwatch. And truth be told, if I'm going to be honest, same thing with Destiny. I'm sorry, but like any game that removes paid content that you paid for and then strips it away from you, I'm never going to support. Like, I remember I streamed Destiny 2 a couple times, but that was before they started putting things in the Destiny vault, as they deemed it. So, but once they started doing that, I stopped caring. I was like, oh, wow. So you're telling me that they can completely change the entire fucking game and then remove all the DLC that you paid for? Yeah, no, fuck that. I immediately jumped ship after that whole fucking thing. Because I was not expecting Bungie to do that. The fact that they did that with Destiny 2 is actually... that should be illegal. Because you aren't paying for what was advertised. Like, again, they literally... Here's the thing about Destiny 2. They literally removed, like, everything that was in, I'm pretty sure, like, the first 3 years of its life cycle and replaced it with a completely different fucking game. Like, a completely different story, completely different weapons. I'm pretty sure the only thing that they kept was the stupid fucking hub. Everything else, they removed. They removed all the original planets. They've removed the original campaign. They removed the original story. They've removed all the characters. Like, what the fuck, Bungie? Like, what the fuck are you doing over there? So, yeah, no, fuck Bungie. Fuck Destiny and Destiny 2. And fuck whatever type of shit that they've been doing for, like, however long they've been doing this since they gone independent. Because that's the other thing. Because they used to be owned by Activision. Because Destiny, during that whole thing, they were owned by Activision. Then they left in 2019. So this was even before they were bought by Sony. So this is not a Activision or Sony decision for them to remove DLC. This is strictly a Bungie decision. So, yeah, I'm never going to touch those games ever again because of that. Hell, I got rid of my physical copy of Destiny 1, and I basically unlinked my account from Steam with, like, my Destiny 2 account from Steam, because I don't want to fucking play this game, because that should actually be illegal. I don't know why they're allowed to do that. And I don't know why people basically just accepted it. Because that right there is one of the biggest anti-consumer moves I've ever seen. Just period. Like, they should go to fucking court for that. I'm being serious. Because it's blatant that you're not paying for what was advertised. So yeah, long story. So yeah, I can go more and more on depth as to why, like, that is especially outrageous, but fuck you, Bungie, for doing that. Like, you actually reached a low as Blizzard, which I didn't even think that was possible. So, yeah, no, fuck you for that, actually. But anyways, speaking of games that I generally don't give a shit about, Fallout. So, it's no secret that I never liked Fallout. And truth be told, Fallout 3 is F tier, Fallout 4 is D tier. Fallout New Vegas is a C tier though, because I like the gameplay of Fallout New Vegas. I just hate the fucking theme. And again, if it's a theme or an aesthetic that I don't like, I'm not going to play it. So, yeah. It also doesn't help that like this is the only game that I feel like most people would generally accept as good, and even then, there's some contrarians that don't like New Vegas. So, again, I still stand by what I said last year about Fallout being an objectively bad franchise, because there's way more games that people are divided on rather than like people universally accept as good or not. So, because there's a group of people who don't like the older RPGs. There's some people who don't. There's a lot of people who don't like Fallout 3. There's a lot of people who don't like Fallout 4, and there's definitely a shit ton of people who don't like New Vegas. So I still stand by that this is a bad franchise, and you can fucking fight me over that. But anyways, yeah, let's just finish the games I've talked about before. Okay, Deus Ex. This one's annoying because it's like I like the universe, but I think the gunplay has aged like sour milk with this game. Again, I hate it when everything about a game gets RPGified. Like a lot of early 2000s RPGs had that fucking problem where it's like they made even the shooting and the hitting mechanics based off of random chance. Because this and Morrowind did that, and those games have become super unplayable for me because I hate that fucking mechanic. Because you can be hitting someone and it can do 0 fucking damage. It's a dumb mechanic that like I'm glad we moved away from. So yeah. Okay. Rainbow Six Siege. Again, I prefer the other Rainbow Six games when it was actually more single player / co-op based. Classic Battlefront. A tier. And well, you guys know where I'm gonna put Battlefront 2 S tier. I play them more like I played them in the third person perspective more so than the first person, but they're still good regardless. Metro 2033. I didn't play this too much from what I played, I actually thought was pretty cool. So yeah, I've not played Exodus or Last Light. Planetside 2. Basically just Battlefield 2142, but on a planet-wide scale. I think that's pretty cool. I wish there were more games that were like this and the Battlefield franchise, but alas, Battle Royale basically took over, and I still cry at night knowing that big giant team battle games just aren't popular. Yeah. All right, Stalker Shadows of Chernobyl, A tier. I really like that game. I've not played Clear Sky or the other one. I'm really excited about Stalker 2. I'm crossing my fingers. I really fucking hope it does not launch like shit. It's probably going to launch like shit, but whatever. Yeah, I'm just trying to get through this because, yeah, admittedly, this is getting annoying. Wait. Oh, sorry. Okay. Mirror's Edge. I'm sorry, but I did not like Mirror's Edge. Also, no, this doesn't even count. Technically, yeah, these don't count. Yeah, you shoot a little bit, but they're like platformer, first-person platformers. They're not really shooter games. They're not meant to be shooter games. So yeah, they don't count. All right, Black. B tier. Interesting experiment from the mid 2000s, but kind of forgotten nowadays. So it was cool. I thought it was fine. All right, Super Hot. Fucking A tier, maybe S tier. So like, I think this game is really fucking cool. So yeah, check it. Yeah, check out Super Hot. What else? Fear. Fucking S tier, I think. Yes. I really like Fear. I like its I really love its slow motion mechanics, but I also just love the way that the AI interacts like around the maps. Cuz this is another game I streamed a while back and I was thoroughly impressed. So check it out. And even check out not Percy's Mandate, the other expansion, the one that came up before it. It's like something. It's like what, something contact. I don't remember the extraction. Wait, yeah, Fear Extraction Point. That's what it's called. So yeah, no. All right, sorry. Anyways, all right, we might as well talk about Arma. Okay, Arma 1 C tier. I think the game is a bit too clunky. Well, honestly, I feel, yeah, Arma 1 is just a bit too clunky nowadays. If you're gonna play an Arma game, go play either Arma 2 or Arma 3. They're much better experiences. All right. Yeah, we're getting close to the end here. Prey. Okay, I did technically play this, but barely, so I still can't really say too much about it. Though from what I played, same thing with the original, by the way. Yes, there was a Prey back in 2006, and then they rebooted it in 2017. Though for whatever reason, they just cannot make a proper sequel yet. Come on, guys, make a sequel. But whatever. They're, from what I played, very little of both of them. I still think they're pretty cool. Paladins. Yes, I know this game is a blatant ripoff of Overwatch, but truth be told, I think because of just how shit people, like just how fucking annoyed people are with, just how annoyed people are with Overwatch, Paladins, funny enough, has had a pretty decent comeback from what I can tell. And I mean, it's fine. I mean, if you want like a Overwatch alternative and you aren't supporting Blizzard, well, there you go. So, I mean, granted, it's not as polished, but it's because of just what Overwatch represents, why it's an F tier. So, it is what it is. Okay, yeah, we are getting pretty close to the end here. And yeah, we've got ourselves. All right. Okay, Apex Legends. I'm sorry, but you know me, I don't like Battle Royale. So, no thanks. Oh, Modern Warfare. Okay, Modern Warfare is down here. B tier. It was fine. What else? Serious Sam. Ooh, okay. Okay, we got Serious Sam, the first encounter, which this is A tier. I think this game was actually pretty good. I've not played these other ones though. Though from what I can tell, they got kind of weird. So yeah. What else? Ooh, okay. Actually, okay, we'll save those for last. Actually, okay. Time Splitters. Yeah, this original game's not very good. Uh, I mean, the only thing that is worth a damn about this is the fact that you can create your own maps, but that's about it. Single player is basically non-existent, and it's only served as like a challenge mode. That's really not worth it to go through. It's annoying. Like, just play Time Splitters 2. I'm surprised Future Perfect's not on here, but whatever. Duke Nukem 3D. I already mentioned this earlier. I remember in our original FPS tier list, I put this in C tier, but I'm going to put this actually in the A tier. I think it actually... Funny enough, the gameplay itself aged better than like I gave it credit for. And the level design is pretty fun. I just kind of wish that some of the humor wasn't as aged poorly. Not that it isn't completely aged poorly, and that it's something I despise. Unlike Conker's Bad Fur Day. But, like, you know. Yeah. Okay. So, we've got Rising Storm, also known as Red Orchestra 2, because of a confusing expansion pack thing. I'll put it in B tier. But its sequel, I'm going to put in C tier. So, and it's 90% of it is because the fact that this game doesn't have official bot support. This game has official bot support, and these are both tactical shooters who don't know. Like open mission combat tactical shooters. You die really fucking fast, and it gets kind of annoying. So, and I just don't find this game to be as polished as Red Orchestra 2/Rising Storm. So, yeah. And again, just the fact that there's no option to play offline is a pretty just disappointing thing to see, especially since I think that the offline support for both Red Orchestra and its sequel makes those games hold up way more and made them last longer. Once the player base of this game goes away, it's gone. So, yeah. Okay. We got to talk about Borderlands. So, yeah, I've not played Borderlands 3, nor the pre-sequel. Borderlands 2, though, I did play, but if I'm going to be honest, I'm starting to not like as much anymore. Mostly because, again, just how tedious this game can get, because this is a looter shooter sort of FPS game. So yeah, this was the progenitor of that whole trend. And well, it does it better than most. It gets tiring. So it's just not for me. Alright, and then we've got the new Battlefronts. This game's getting a D, because this game's literally like a fourth of what it should have been. And then I'm going to put you at a B tier, but barely, because you have just enough content for me to go back to. But the fact that there is no Galactic Conquest and there is no cross-era maps, like you can't play Clone Wars on any of the sequel trilogy maps, or vice versa, and you can't play original trilogy on any of the other maps. Like, that's pathetic. Like, again, that was a feature in the original Battlefronts that just wasn't translated for whatever fucking reason. I don't know why. Like, LucasArts allowed it back then, so I'd imagine they'd allowed it here too. So, and it makes this game feel smaller than it should be, and thus inferior to a game that came out 12 years prior. And obviously, this game's gonna be 20 years old next year.
and this game is still the objectively better game, which is pathetic. Doesn't help that there's no plans for a Battlefront 3, so that's all we're gonna get. All right, TF2. Again, because of just the fact that, like, okay, well, A tier. I don't need to fucking justify. A tier. But you know what, though? Killing Floor 1 and 2 are also A tiers. These games are really fun if you want to get into horde shooters that aren't just Call of Duty. These are a fantastic alternative. Granted, Killing Floor 1 is a bit more slower paced because it was a Unreal Tournament mod, and so Unreal Tournament 2004 mod, and so there really isn't any sprinting in the game. They eventually added it with Killing Floor 2, and, well, truth be told, Killing Floor 2 is pretty goddamn great. So it has its problems. Well, both of them have their problems. With Killing Floor 1, it can feel a bit, slower pace. It just feels like there's a lot more just waiting around. And with Killing Floor 2, there's that unforgivable storefront that, frankly, should not really exist. But as far as games themselves, they're really damn good, and I highly recommend you guys check either one out. If you're more of an old school 2000s shooter era fan, you'll definitely like Killing Floor 1, but if you want something that has a bit more modern accommodations, you'll definitely like Killing Floor 2. Either way, both easy recommendations. And again, just like with Stalker 2, I'm excited for Killing Floor 3, but please don't fuck it up. Please. And as I say that, it's probably going to be fucked up. So, I mean, if Payday 3 ended up being a disaster, then, like, yeah. But let's not dwell on the sadness. Let's just get into the fact that we just got 2 tier lists done tonight. Technically, one of them kind of being a half remake. So, oh, God. And again, I think I'll definitely do this tomorrow night, especially since, again, I don't really have anything planned anyways until Thursday. So, but I'm really excited regardless. Though, if I don't end up doing anything tomorrow night, don't be too surprised because I do want to make sure I get some schoolwork done. Because again, I've got quite a few things that I want to make sure I get done when it comes to class. Again, school is important. But yeah, these were both of my lists that I found. I mean, not too terrible as far as, like, randomly made lists. It could have been way worse. So, I mean, at least it was only 3 repeats as opposed to, like, fucking 20 or so. Because, like, I've seen that before, and it's like, oh my god, just make a no fucking list or actually pay attention. So... But yeah, that was another episode of the Slimer tier lists done, and I hope you guys did enjoy. So again, our next playthrough should hopefully be starting on Thursday, so stay tuned for that. I'm really excited about it, and slight spoilers, a certain character that we already talked about on this list is featured in the game that we will be playing on February, just as a little bit of a hint. So that's a lot of options that you can see, but I'm definitely excited to be able to play a classic that, frankly, I'm surprised I haven't reached to up until this point. So, and I was originally going to play it back in September, but some technical difficulties happened, so yeah, I'm gonna play it like starting February. So I hope you guys are staying tuned for that, and I hope you guys did enjoy this stream. If you want to check out more of these tier list streams, they should be linked down below in the VODs. And if you guys want to
check out some of the other content that I do slash have done. Of course, you can always hit that follow button down below and turn on the bell icon so that you'll be notified exactly when I'll be streaming. While you guys are at it, make sure to check out the links down below as well, specifically the Discord and the SoundCloud. If you guys haven't already, you can also hit that subscribe button. If you can't necessarily do that, that's completely fine. I'm just glad that you guys took time to watch this. But regardless of all that, though, if you guys can, make sure to share the stream to other people as well and continue to be awesome in the process. But until then, I'll see you guys on the next one. If I don't see you guys tomorrow, then I'll definitely see you guys on Thursday. Until then, I'll see you guys then. Have a good night. I just realized the thing closed, but whatever. Have a good night.